How are the ideas of a woman in the 1900s used to influence and create the peace and conflict studies in the United States? Elsie Boulding was the woman who showed the world how women and families are a huge part of the peace and conflict studies. Since I've only been on this earth for 17 years, the only experience I can relate to this would be working in my tumbling gym. Every day I have the opportunity to work with children from ages 2 to 15. I'm able to see the importance of raising our children to be the leaders of our future. If we don't teach them how to be peaceful and how to create a peaceful and equal world, our future is corrupt. This idea reminds me of what Elsie Boulding stood for and wanted in life. Elsie Boulding believed that people from different places should be able to work together in peace. She helped to create the Women's International League for Peace and Freedom. This worked to bring women of different backgrounds together to study peace. Boulding was involved in this organization. Mrs. Boulding believed listening was the way to peace. Uniting women worldwide who opposed oppression and exploitation was what the Women's International League for Peace and Freedom was all about. Boulding's ideas supported the promotion of peace and freedom. Peace creates the ability for all people to live in harmony. Peace, therefore, allows freedom to be created, thus meaning people are allowed to act freely. Elsie believed that peace had to be a daily process. Boulding promoted and exercised personal and interpersonal promotion of peace. She looked back through history to discover different ideas of peace. Boulding thought that this would be the best way to discover how peace should be created in this world. Elsie believed that women and children were the gateway to freedom and peace. Women and children are often overlooked. Men usually come before women and children, but Elsie Boulding believed that children and women were key to finding peace. Both types of people are needed because people are so different. Women influence the foundation for this peace by teaching their offspring. Children are loving and tender-hearted. Most of the time, you will only find these two characteristics in children or in their caretakers. Elsie believed that teaching was also key in civil and peaceful world. Was also key to creating a civil and peaceful world. We have to see the world from others' perspectives to better understand them. If we're only looking from our perspective, we'll never understand where they're coming from. Learning new teaching ways will help the world. Allowing children to help teach creates our young to express new ideas. Continuing to allow the older generations to teach the young creates the ability for old ideas to still carry on. Many of the programs and organizations that Elsie Boulding was a part of or helped create are still in work today. People are still working to better this world and find peace like Mrs. Boulding wanted. Maybe if more people worked to better this world, then we would actually have world peace and freedom. Elsie Boulding believed she could change the world for the better by the use of children and women in the world. She thought that if everyone were teachers and listeners, then we could better understand other people in this world and therefore create peace. Boulding states that we must look towards societies that set a high value on non-aggression and non-competitiveness, and therefore handle conflicts by non-violent means. We can see how child-rearing patterns produce nurturing adult behaviors.